Are we ready?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to
Okay.
Equinox, a mostly weekly Dungeons and Dragons game featuring these wonderful people here. We are in the midst of trying to find ugly tiefling art because,
Mhm.
man, it is hard to find ugly tieflings. But here we are. Anyway, how was everyone's week?
I'm just surprised that we played 2 weeks in a row.
We've we have played more
Ouch.
often than 2 weeks in a row, more often than not.
Mhm. I'm I mean, I've been having a pretty good week. Pretty
Oh, that's good.
relaxing, got good hours on my work. Major Ninja Turtle Circus episode 8 came out. Uh, the
True,
Minecraft
true.
Live showed awesome funny slimes.
Yep,
Pretty good week,
yep.
I'd say.
I
Uh,
was sick, but I got better.
you were sick, you got better. One Piece
Yes.
season 2 also came out in the last few
Oh,
weeks.
that's right.
Yeah.
Apparently
I
it's
don't
going
Yeah.
even
well.
watch it, but I'm happy for everyone.
I enjoyed, Project Hail Mary in the movies. That was really good.
Yes, you've told us about Project
It's
Hail
rocking
Mary a lot.
solid.
Also, I need to talk to you, Scotty. Because I follow your lovely wife on Instagram, the look you went to the movies with, though, sir, was fucking diabolical.
I don't even know what I went with.
Oh, it was fine, like, you were in sneakers and shorts, but you wore fucking black socks. It didn't match, but they were like
Oh,
they were like long socks too. I'm like,
I'm
"What
getting
the
old. I
fuck,
wear long
Scott?"
socks now.
Where's your sandals?
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you know that ankle socks are no longer in fashion, so
I feel like with short no, because I did discuss this the other week that when you wear shorts now, they have to be like the long ankle socks, but when you wear pants now, because you're wearing boat shoes and stuff, you have to wear ankle socks. It was so odd. It's such an odd realization, to be honest. But either way, socks aside, we are still down a Kevin and an Andrew. Hopefully, they will be
criminal.
joining us at some point in the future. Uh, may their work and moving and all that kind of things be going well. We do miss them.
Who?
As
Oh, who are we
it's
missing?
okay. It's okay, Clint. We are aware that your dementia is getting worse. That's just the side effect of being incredibly old.
Who's Clint?
Um,
We did establish that in character is the only time that he can feel any emotions.
Yes.
It's healing for his brain.
that is fair. So, however, we have had a couple of little updates. We've got a new intro updated. We've added "Hey" into the intro. Yay! As well as you can see, we've got a nice little new background as well just for this little part. So
Yeah. I like these
fun.
colors.
Well, I figured because we're in this mystical place in a town outside of time, it was a good place to kind of change it up and move things over, and we'll see what happens. But otherwise, we are up to session 58. Uh, despite
Again?
what, again, because yes, I did unfortunately relabel it and mislabeled it. But yes, we are up to episode 58, session 58, and they are in the town of Dagger Hill, also known as Sohulmukma,
Sure.
Not saying that.
which is in the ancient language, Ahican language, which is the language of this particular world setting. It is a custom language, so yay, fun. I do try and bring up more words and things like this because it is a lot of fun. They met up with an old friend. Arashi and Sabata met up with an old friend known as Simon Lovelace, also known as Snitch, who is the exarch of the Oracle, which means something to Arashi and Sabata, but I don't think they've explained it to their current traveling companions before they have gone to the Hall of Paragons, um, where Wicked has been tempted with the possibilities of knowing. Do you remember Wicked?
Yeah, she was going to look into potentially the past and potentially see maybe her family and maybe learn what she was traded for.
Yes.
Look into the tapestry of fate.
Yes, the Tapestry of Fate, or at least a segment of it.
Yeah.
Because Arashi also knows where the Tapestry of Fate is, the current Tapestry of Fate, but he did punch Snitch in the face several times. Because he's taken
What?
exception to the fact that Snitch is apparently monetizing him.
Oh,
Snitch has got a lot
What?
of alert. Snitch has got a lot of nerve being alive.
Snitch is the reason why my town's monetized? I'm going to punch him even harder now. I'm probably going to shank him.
Oh no, Arashi is being monetized because what horny housewife doesn't want to read a twisty fantasy
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
romantasy
that.
about
I already punched him
The
in the
book.
face for that. I'm over it.
yes, the romantasy about the clueless assassin who is all broody and it's going so well. What else? Does anyone else remember what happened? What else happened last week?
Let's see. We
Uh,
got here.
I tormented Anaka.
You did?
Oh
Or
yeah,
it tormented you.
one of the seats of the council specifically invited Arashi and Sabata, and they gave us rooms, and we started drinking. And then Snitch came.
I have my own
all
room.
that stuff. Yes,
Sabata
yes,
has his own room. That is correct. Which could be problematic depending on how much Sabata does, doesn't do, etc., etc.
What do you mean could be? problem?
Habaru is also doing his princely duties.
Oh yeah, he's gone off with his friends.
his subjects.
His family. I think we just call them family, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming up with a name. Give me a sec.
My notes had, was this last session's one? Wicked flirts with sexy Simon.
And
Wicked
then,
was aura
and then
farming.
Dusty found out that it's just Scott.
Disappointment.
Wicked was also
say-
aura farming, apparently.
I wouldn't say that's the reason.
My next note is a snitch in time. Arashi goes Mistborn. Oh, because Arashi was perching on the like Assassin's Creed style.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sabata was being sus in his room.
When isn't Sabata
Oh.
sus in his room?
That's a very rude thing to say.
Neve broke a pot.
Yep.
Naughty cat.
Sabata must be mildly disappointed because all of his new tech that he has
You're not working.
It's not working.
none of it's working. The iPad baby has discovered that his iPad no longer works. The charger cannot be found. Nothing is connected to the internet. He does not have the internet. He's stuck back where he was, in which Kale also found out that most of his tech isn't working too. So that's unusual.
We're in
But
the
he did
same
have a
boat.
conversation. He did have a conversation with his headmate, the strange, mysterious entity Z. And
Buddy.
it appears to be an odd place, this Dagger Hill, a town outside of time. So, where we left off, we were in the Hall of Paragons, and Simon was going to show Wicked her tapestry.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
That was not a euphemism.
Oh.
That tapestry.
Silencio.
Tapestry.
Arashi comes down and then parts her tapestry. Anyway.
No.
Just no.
That's a no.
So, is everybody coming for the journey? Because is everybody here in the Hall of Paragons? Has anybody stayed behind? I can't remember where everybody is.
I'm still in my room.
You're still in your room.
I think everyone else showed up.
I want to
Hasn't caught
See.
fire yet, so
snitch, but once I heard about tapestry and knowing one's past and whatnot, yeah, I remember Arashi noped out of that.
So Arashi is not going to.
Not going to continue any further down the hall.
The Hall of Paragons, as Arashi did discover, this is a hallway with statue upon statue and plaques denoting paragons of the people who have perished, obviously. Each of the carved statues carries a person's likeness, along with their names and deeds written on those plaques. So, that a lot of them do have openings at the base of their neck, the base at the back, denoting that these might be stone golems that have not been activated but could potentially be so.
It doesn't worry him that much. The only thing you'll get is as Wicked goes to go off with Snitch. It'll just be she comes back in the condition she left. I'll do more than punch you in the nose.
Well, I can't promise that. It might be an emotional experience. I can't control that.
You know, I can't control myself sometimes, so
I mean, you are always welcome to come and act as emotional support.
no, I'm good here. Very good here.
Yes,
That's what your job will be.
I don't know her like you do. But if you want her to go down and experience it herself, I mean, I shouldn't be speaking like you're not here. Would you like any of your friends to come with you for emotional support?
Could you please?
I'm not the best person for this.
Oh, and he is?
Oh. Rush takes a deep breath. Makes fists. Releases the deep breath. Starts walking towards you to get beside you. Oh. I mean, yes, I find Snitch is always great emotional release because you can always just do this, just whop, right on the nose.
You can certainly attempt to.
Let's go for it.
Make
I
sure
mean-
it's paid.
I'm not really, and she like lifts up her arm, like does like little flex thing, and she like it like droops down like Bugs Bunny.
You can always certainly attempt to hit him. Again. Meets
What?
beats. He dodges, and you do manage to catch him in the nose, but not as hard as you had been hitting him. Almost like he was anticipating it, and it's probably a good thing too, because you had caught the glimpse of a little bit of a smirk at the fact that somebody deems you emotional support, Arashi.
Down, old man.
You know you're just as old, right?
I'm still the age where I left you.
So am I.
No, you're not. You were old then
Time.
anyway.
Time doesn't exist here. Time has not passed for me.
not here for me. We're here for Wicked.
And your other two friends, are they just going to remain in the hall, or? He looks at Kale and Neve.
Oh.
They can
I
come too.
think we're along for the ride.
I'll fish out of my backpack. Remember I had all those little sushi rolls that I flogged from the... I'll just wave it down low so Neve can smell it.
Interesting
Wow.
choice, Wicked, choosing Arashi over Neve.
Well, I mean, I
Surprising.
don't really know Neve too well.
Yeah, but Neve's a cat.
Yeah, but we like to, be comforting when it suits us, not necessarily when it's needed.
Yeah,
I
something like
find
that.
your just general presence soothing.
She just like purrs and rubs your ankle slightly.
You
Is there
can
any other rooms that we can explore, or is it just this fancy tapestry that we've got to look at?
There are multiple hallways that do have these paragons. But it really does depend on what you want to look at. Like, you can just come down into the basement where they do have archives and whatnot.
Ooh, archives. I would like to check out archives. I guess I'll look at
Um,
Wicked. Would you like us to come, or can I explore?
you can come if you want, but you can also go explore if you'd like.
That was not helpful. And she just like turns her tail up at you and finds a hallway.
Oh, Neve,
That's
come
about right.
back. Wow. Yeah, that's dealt with.
How much of that, hey, was you going, not helpful? Please tell me what you want me to do.
Oh, 100%. And also, when Arashi's no longer looking at me, I'm going to try to steal off with the sushi.
only the tuna off of the top?
Yeah. And only when he's not looking.
You can certainly attempt a sleight of hand.
Yes,
Heck yeah.
I want to see. You're trying to beat 22.
Okay, hang on. I got to find where that is. And dealing with the baby. 2 seconds.
I believe in you.
Oh,
Roll the
God,
baby.
that's not going to go well.
Roll the baby.
On a baby.
That is a 9.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Arashi sees you trying to just steal the bits of fish off of the sushi.
I don't make it obvious that I see. I just shake my head as you do it.
Okay, and so Kale, you're also following? Not Neve eating the sushi. Are you also going to the tapestry?
Say that
Kale
again.
just tries to flog the sushi.
Yeah, go on, Kyle. Flock the sushi from Neve.
What, the sushi? I'm deaf right now for some reason.
Log the sushi.
For
As in steal.
funsies, why not? Funsies, why not? Yeah.
Roll a sleight of hand.
Alrighty. What is wrong with my... Roll20 is really annoying. Anyway, okay, should work. Please.
Wait, no, this
Well.
one. That's even better.
16.
Yes.
Exactly how Arashi stops her.
Yes, Arashi. Neve has a piece of fish in her mouth, looking quite pleased with herself as Kale, indeed, reaches out with his mechanical arm and just pinches it out of her mouth directly. You're left holding a tiny little bit of fish in your mouth. Neve.
That's fine. I'm just going to like stalk off.
Kale, you're left holding a strip of fish.
I'm just going to hold on to it for now and see what she does.
Okay, so you
Just
bring
curious. I'm observing this behavior.
you bring the slice of raw tuna down with you as you go down to the tapestry room, where Snitch does indeed lead you down a couple of stacks before eventually um, he leads you into a room that has a sign on the door that is denoting roughly around 800 AD, I believe it is. Actually, no, it's not. It's UV. I had to think about my own timing schedule here. Yes, around 800 UV. For those of you, actually, for any who would like to, you can roll me a history if you know what this timing means.
Do I know at
I'll
this
roll
timing? Is it worth me rolling history? Is it something Arashi would be?
I don't know
Really?
how interested in history in the in
17.
the history that has passed since you've come to the future, Arashi. How interested have you been?
Oh, so it's beyond my time? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Then I
Yes.
wouldn't know. He wouldn't even be. He doesn't
He's
want to know.
not interested.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Uh,
know the future.
Kale, I've rolled just because Kale often would be surfing the web or surfing the net.
Yes.
He may have stumbled across something, but
You know enough to
doesn't look
know
like
that
it.
UV, all three of you, so Neve, Kale, Wicked, you all know that UV represents UV. Yes, uh, Ultatus Victorum, basically after victory. You know that 800, it is 800 years after the Starfall. Um, but beyond that, Neve, you don't know a lot about it because that would require study, and who the hell wants to do that? Uh, plus, time is such an odd thing for you. Um, So you're not really sure about it. Kale, you've got vague ideas about what it is, but without access to the net, you can't easily reconfigure that. And there are patches in your memory as well. This appears to be one of those patches. However, Wicked, um, you know enough to know that this time is pre-merge, but usually depicted, so it is 800 years after the Starfall, um, often referred to around the time around the Demon War, and the rise of the Loriadoran unitary state, and the Wildlands, and the world after it had changed after the Starfall, after the Ascendant gods had reshaped the land from the ancient landscape once known as Azuria into what is now Avani and the wider world as we know it. Um, yes, it was a very tumultuous time in which the demons of the time had opened large gateways and portals into the land, essentially besieging the inhabitants of this land that had been led um, out of their safe havens um, to this new land that had been created by the Peace Father, the Steward, the Fire Master, all of these now ascendant gods. This is um, post the time of the Draconic gods of, so this is post Richard Feynman's, as he had been known, Ahura, post Ahura's time, the moon dragon, the wind dragon, and whatnot. So it is a lot of the news that you kind of had absorbed in just the random assortment of books and encyclopedias that you had to read in the moments you did get time to read, if you were allowed, uh, in your upbringing, I suppose.
Suppose we'll learn more about that shortly.
Mm. It was a very tumultuous time where, unsurprisingly to Wicked, it kind of makes a lot of sense. There were a lot of demons around. Who would have guessed something to do with a tiefling starts with a demon somewhere? Who would have guessed?
Who'd have thunk?
Who would have thunk? Leading you through these stacks, he leads you to a central chamber where there are long tables set out. In amongst these tables, there are felt pads laid out on the table. And after a moment, he goes to one of the stacks, where it's seemingly like he had a scroll case put aside. You do notice, Wicked, that this is a silver scroll case that does indeed have silver and gold threadwork embroidery all up and down the case. It has gold caps on either end, and the scroll work is indeed images of that you recognize as tree-like symbols. A large tree that reaches, you can see the top structure of the tree, which reaches down its roots, passing through a circular orbit, where its roots intertwine with what appears to be another upside-down tree, all up and down this scroll case. And he brings it back over and very carefully opens it. He puts on a pair of white cotton gloves and very slowly extracts this. It's not white. It looks white in this quite brightly lit room, but you do notice that it's actually almost pearlescent. It's not translucent. It's quite opaque.
Pearlescent?
Yeah, it's got a bit of a pearlescence to it, and you do notice the longer you stare at it as he unfurls this thinner than paper like fabric off of this scroll, out of this scroll case. You do notice that the colors of the threads under the light do seem to shift and change different colors, all through the different spectrum. Every now and then you'll see like a little flash of like a shadow as it passes through. And he does unfurl it. Arashi, this is a site that you are very familiar with. This is indeed a segment of the tapestry that your family safeguards. And even though you have the barest knowledge of it through your mother, you do know that each of the threads and each of the small anomalies in the actual weft and the warp, you do know that these are actually symbols that have almost a multi-dimensionality within the thread. Even though it is incredibly thin, you do vaguely know-ish kind of how to read it. How much attention would have you paid during those lessons to your mother's lessons in teaching you trying to read it?
Oh, like every lesson that he did, it was full focus. So he would have paid a lot of attention. Doesn't mean he was good at it. He was a much
He can
better
barely read
fighter.
as it is.
Yeah, he
Roll
was
your
much
history, Arashi, to see what you remember of your lessons.
far better fighter than on the magic side. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You think he reads to begin with?
I read lots of books. I know where all the vital organs are that I need just to stab.
Yeah, Arashi, it has definitely been a while since you've actually witnessed a tapestry close hand. You know that the shimmering essence of these threads, they are created by a very specific race of people in the world known as Aranea. and they essentially take death memories and weave them into reality, basically, to foretell this tapestry as a way to denote the reality and future. And so these are essentially these are tangible thoughts that have been consumed and tasted and turned into thread via the Aranea, which are, unsurprisingly, a race of spider people, which we will not be showing because I like hay.
Thank
It's
you.
a race of Kermit people.
A race of Kermit people. I will state that they are a large race of type of people for what they are, with the largest, their leader, essentially being roughly the size of a soccer ball. Weavers, yes. Their leader is roughly the size of a soccer ball, and many of them are roughly the size of
Oh.
like a softball. So they're rather large.
For
But
spiders.
yeah, for spiders, yes. For weavers. But yes, no, Arashi, but any idea on how to actually specifically read this, especially because this tapestry is clearly not denoting fate. It has passed. Chances are there have been names within this tapestry. And incidentally, Arashi, the bit you do recognize are the areas where assassinations would have been. You recognize the sections which would be denoted as assassinations, essentially. They're
Yeah,
the ones that jump out to you.
Job cards, yeah.
Job cards. um, and yeah, so Simon lays this out over the felt and very carefully starts pinning it down with silver pins for you to look at. And after a while, he does mess around. After he has pinned down this initial segment, he does go over to a desk that has a number of boxes on it that seem to have devices on it in these boxes. And he pulls out. I have to actually just look to find the description of it for myself because you would think that I would have all of this stuff, but no. Where is it? There. Yes, he goes over to a box. It is a blue velvet lined box, and very carefully he pulls out something that looks a bit like a gyroscope with moving rings all around it, and the outer rings seems to have written symbols, many of which Arashi you do recognize as the ancient script dialect of the Empyreans. You recognize the oracle, the symbol for the oracle, the executioner, things like this as identifiable symbols that you've actually seen relatively recently within your own frame. The internal gyroscopes do seem to have other symbols and sigils that aren't as familiar, and in the center, what appears to be a perfectly circular orb of very polished light and dark blue, light and dark blue gemstone, essentially. It all appears to be made of brass, and he brings it over and places it on the stand. And he looks at you, Wicked. Do you want to be the only one that sees the memory, or we can project it?
Wicked thinks on this deeply. She looks at Arashi. She looks at Kale. She seems to be struggling to decide.
It's your call.
We can give you privacy.
I appreciate it. Show it.
As you wish. And
I-
he
May need more eyes in case I miss something.
Kale starts recording.
needs more eyes, immediately records her trauma. Perfect. Love
Yeah.
it.
This is going on. This is
I'm
going
not
on
tell-
live leak.
Not telling anyone.
I was going to say in the darkness, Neve's eyes glow, the cat eyes in the dark.
Jesus Christ. So,
You hear it hacking as she coughs up a furball.
oh God. Why are you
Just to
like
break, just to break the tension.
Yeah,
No.
where's Snitch going? Not on the carpet.
No, he's not like that. So he does, however, go over to the box once more and pulls out a couple of lenses that he does fit into the device. And as he does so, he starts to kind of walk you through a little bit, just what this device is and whatnot. Arashi, even to you, you have seen kind of versions of this device, but even still, it is a little unusual. So this is a Kabsombolka. It is a device used by the Chaldean people, the Chaldean prophets. It will allow the tapestry to play out, to see what has come before, to see where and why. This is just your story, but I have to warn you. This tapestry was incredibly hard to cut because there were threads that spanned hundreds of thousands of years, even further back. Your story has woven through time in such an intricate way that it is almost like you were always a part of the world. There are signs that the essence within you came from this time, but traversed the timeline back to when I walked in time, when Arashi walked in time, but has not yet crossed its path. And yet, within this tapestry, even now, it states that he has crossed his path and will cross it again.
What? I don't think I'm that old.
Your future is this Arashi's future, but it is also his past. The past that is not yet written.
Oh.
with that, let us begin. Would you like a chair or a drink or a box of tissues or... I
It's all of
realize
the
how that
above.
sounded in retrospect.
Oh,
4 tiers, obviously.
yes, please.
He goes and brings you guys over some chairs. They're very uncomfortable looking scholars' chairs, with hard seats to them, but they kind of have like a bit of a fabric sling back, so you can lean back in it and you won't inherently fall out of it, but the idea is they're not designed to be reclined in, if that makes sense. Most people who sit in them usually sit upright or hunched over. But he does bring them over. He does bring over a box of facial tissues for you, and a carafe of water and some cups, and allows you to sit and get comfortable. Would you like me to start it and leave you to watch?
Yes. We've got a very hard look on her face. She like pauses for a second, looks to the two of you. I suppose you should give a content warning. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay.
I've been through a lot.
Neve's just going to trot pretty quietly in and curl up on your lap, if that's okay with you, Wicked.
Yes, she'll accept.
Kale is still holding a strip of raw tuna.
Oh, I've got one eye on it, but he's like in one of those like sly cat ways of I'm not looking at that.
As Wicked curls up, as Neve curls up into Wicked's lap as a little treat, it's in my third arm, so it extends and offers it out to you.
I'm just tentatively take it and close my eyes and just eat my piece of tuna. So you now have a cat like purring on your lap eating tuna.
Yum, yum, yum.
I'm very tidy. You're okay.
A num num cat.
As long as it's not the Nyan cat, we're fine.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Oh God.
Speaking
I
of
look back.
not thinking about for a long time.
Yes. Okay. So he sits and he turns the device, and you watch as the orb in the center starts to glow and spin. And almost like the sound of a projector, you watch as the tapestry starts to roll slowly as a glowing light shoots through one of the lenses and starts to read the weft and the warp of this tapestry. And you watch as it starts to glow and light up, picking out the threads that make up your story, Wicked. You watch as a scene comes to life of a quite young human man, easily early 20s, with sandy blonde hair. Sandy blonde hair, blue eyes. He is in what appears to be quite a rustic set of armor. It's not so much that it's badly put together. It just looks heavily beaten and scarred. He has a weariness to his face where he looks tired, and you watch as he has a hand wrapped around his middle, almost supporting himself on what appears to be a halberd as he's staggering through what appears to be undergrowth, until eventually he does collapse against what appears to be quite a gnarled, twisted tree. And you can see as he lifts his hand, he's bleeding quite profusely. And you watch as mist seems to start crawling across the ground, that the patches of moss and mushroom and decay, you watch as corpses that were on the ground, in amongst the underbrush, you can see the insects that have been feeding off of these desecrated corpses, some of them missing limbs, some of them missing parts of their face, many of them actually being torn open at the chest cavity, their viscera rotting and spilling out, many of which have maggots and worms and flies. They seem to spill out of them, and you watch as they seem to come together in the mist and coalesce into a tall, hunched, haggard form that you recognize, Wicked. Considering the time, she looks unchanged as you are looking at this, at the visage of the face of the hag that raised you, as she approaches this young man. And she stops and looks down at him. The look on her face sends shivers through you, Wicked, as you know this look of malicious, cold, poisonous glee, that she is pleased with what she has discovered, like something has gone incredibly right. You have seen this look before dozens of times. Every time one of your operations, in quotes, has gone successfully, as she looks down at this dying man. And you can see that he is dropping in and out of consciousness as he looks up at her, not comprehending what he is seeing, until eventually he turns around and says, "What is it that you want, witch?" I told them this was a bad place. This was a cursed place. You finally come here to claim all of our souls. And she gives him this smile. "Oh, no, dear. I am willing to help you. For just a small little compensation. I am willing to help you. But what I ask is just tiny in return." And he just looks up at her as he is rapidly losing consciousness. "What is it that you want, witch? Can't you see that we're all going to die here? The demons can only be held at bay for so long, and we are failing. We are dying here. You and your kin are not wanted." Oh, so short-sighted. Well, what I am offering is simple. In return for one child, in your legacy, at a time of my choosing, I will make all your dreams come true. I will give you the power to push back the demons, end the war, and all of your generations will be incredibly successful on this land. All it will cost you is just one itty-bitty child. At any time in the future, it might not even be in your timeline. And you can see that he's very wary of this offer. One child is all you want. To save. Save everybody. What do you want? With one of my children? Oh. My dear, you know what us hags are like. We can't have children of our own, and, well, you are of an incredible bloodline. All I need is a child of my own. Like I said, I will give you the power of the ancient Fey bloodlines to essentially give you everything you want. It is only one child, and you will live, and I will make sure this land is prosperous for all of you and your progeny for the foreseeable future until the world shall end. What do you say? You don't have a lot of time left. You can see as he's trying to think through it in his rapidly blood-depleting mind, as he's trying to see the trick, how bad it could be. And eventually you watch as he agrees to this deal. And as he shakes her hand, you watch as the hand that he shakes turns this translucent color. Arashi, you have seen similar things with the grandmothers. Their hands have these translucent, shimmering colors that indicate past, present, future. This woman, whoever she is, seems to be related to the grandmothers, seems to control a vast amount of power that she can make such a promise. And you watch as his wounds knit and mend. You watch as he regains his strength. And as he does so, you can see that he physically becomes stronger. You can see the power suffused through him ripple over his skin as his body warps and changes to become this ideal, picturesque vision of human power becoming some kind of champion in his own right. And you watch as the tapestry speeds up, as this man and his company manage to drive back the demons, leading a company of soldiers, basically driving back the demons and closing the demon gates, becoming one of the lords of the Loriadoran unitary state known as the Soriano family. And you watch as he retreats to this place, the land now lush and vibrant, this incredible farming community that seems to have water. They're able to grow any crop they so desire. It is incredibly successful as time passes and flows as thousands of years start to pass until eventually you watch as generation after generation passes, passing down from child to child, and this woman does not reappear until eventually you do hear the cry of a baby. And you watch as there are two young girls playing downstairs as part of this ancestral home, that they seem to be about the age of 12 and 9, and they hear this cry of this baby, and you watch as they race away to get their father to let them know that their newest sibling is born. And you follow the father as he enters the bedroom where this child has been born, the doctors and the midwives there for these very rich nobles. And you watch as the father recoils, as you can see that this child has peach fuzz blonde hair, these incredible blue eyes, but they do have these initially gold horns and a very thin gold tail reminiscent to you, Arashi, of Shinatsuhiko's own dragon tail. And he seems taken aback and surprised, but not sure what to make of it, because none of the children you had seen through the generations had appeared like this, and this is when you realize that this must be wicked. And you watch as the mother and father discuss and eventually kind of come to an idea or a realization, and they start talking about hiding her away, hiding this baby, sending her away so that she can't be found and whatnot. And you watch as midnight comes to pass and there is a knock on the door. You can smell swamp water and swamp gases seep through the windows under the doorways. All of a sudden, the walls start to drip with maggots and worms and other insects. The smell of rotting viscera starts to also creep in behind it, as you see the ancient gnarled form of the woman on the doorstep as the father opens the door. This hag reminds him of the promise his ancestor had made, and despite the mother's reluctance and crying, he does hand the baby over on the promise that their land and his future will remain prosperous for his other remaining daughters. And you watch as the hag whisks the baby away to her home in the Feywild, where this is where it catches up with the vision you've seen, Arashi, of vaguely the shape of the kitchen, the shape of the shadow of a woman that you saw through one of the windows in Kale's collective, as you do get a recollection of this. And then what you watch as time passes, you watch as over 20 years, as Wicked, from a very young age, is torn apart over and over and over again, many times unsedated. Things like eyes being torn out, horns broken, tail being hacked off and replaced, always replaced as yes. So you do watch as her tail is the young Wicked tries to run away. As punishment, you watch as her golden dragon tail is torn off and replaced with the tail, the feathered unicorn tail that you see now. As time has passed. She has come home enraged by something, and Molly was in the way. And you watch as she just tears off her horns, breaking them. And you watch eventually as time passes, as they are replaced again with these purple horns, just whatever spare pieces that she happened to have lying around in her kitchen. You watch as part of her schooling, Wicked messes up an incantation from a large tome, her voice shaking, and as punishment, you watch as she just tears her hair off. And then over time, as she is left there bleeding, barely conscious, you watch as with a bone needle she sews on this white drow hair that you recognize as Wicked's hair now. As a young child, you watch Wicked cleaning a cauldron for her mistress and dropping it and cracking it in fear, and just watching as she lays into Wicked, completely rendering her legs useless and unsalvageable. And in doing so, you watch as she saws them off and replaces them with the goat legs that Wicked has now. Various things like her ears are pulled off and replaced time and time and time again with whatever she has nearby. At one point, she had an orc ear and whatever other. For a while, there was just a hole, but they have been eventually replaced with these very thin elven ears that she has now. Her eyes have been plucked from her sockets, and molded tree resin that has been enchanted have been replaced. Every element of her has been taken and replaced, enchanted to create, enchanted with runes and everything to essentially make her prettier, more beautiful, more enticing. And as she does so, this woman keeps telling Wicked that she is the perfect trap to bring magic to her, to build her magic, to become more powerful, until the time when she is planning to consume Wicked herself. Until eventually we come to a more recent period in which you can see that Wicked, who has spent any spare time she has alone in the forest, creating small friends out of whatever mushrooms and magic she can formulate, that literally the forest became her friend. She became more powerful creating these mushrooms and whatnot, that you could see the moment that this woman was starting to become more impatient, that Wicked wasn't getting strong enough fast enough, that she wasn't cultivating fast enough. Until eventually, in a fit of rage, she decided that Wicked needed some time on her own to reflect. And so she set her free, opening a portal to the Hells and releasing her, closing it behind her, telling her that she will find her when the time is right. And you do start to see where she starts to meet all of you. And then slowly the tapestry rolls to a close.
Silent.
Silence.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm speechless.
Wicked is heavy breathing, just puffing up and down, trying to catch her breath.
I'll get up and just
swimming stew of emotions swirling through her head.
She will awkwardly put a hand on her shoulder with a pat on the shoulder. She's not really sure what to do here.
Gail's still recording.
Real quick, if we get a history check, I imagine that legendary warrior, a pretty recognizable figure in history.
Reasonable. Yeah, reasonable. He is essentially the first lord of the Soriano household, which ended up becoming. They were known for essentially being Asimar canonically, and yeah, he was the first Lord Soriano, becoming one of the 13 families who essentially made up the LUS after the demons were beat back. Essentially one of the heads of the 13 heads of government after they essentially came together and created the major hub of government until such a time that they were essentially taken down because of other political machinations that are not necessarily important to this story right now.
I got you.
It
But at least
involves
his
a rock
descendants were
flicking through
successful.
it and everything later, so
At least his descendants were fine. Except for one.
questionable, but at least your divergent path of it, your relatives were actually very rich, very their land was very prosperous. The lands that they managed to hold, were always known to be very fertile, prosperous. They never knew plague, they never knew drought, they never knew they basically had no hardship ever, even when the rest of the world did.
Oh. During the moment the child was born, Wicked, did we hear a name?
Yes. For, like, your father's name?
That, but also for the baby.
Did you decide on a name? That is the question. Or was I supposed to surprise you with it?
You know what? No, I think I already
I'm
have
looking
one.
through your thing trying to figure out if you
Yeah,
ever
no.
I don't
No.
think you ever
I was
no,
on-
I don't think you ever gave yourself another name.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's go with Titania.
okay. Okay. Titania Soriano. Got it.
Yes. But yeah, also the papa.
My children coming in to talk to me is always helpful right now.
No worries.
Your papa's name. Because I've got to go back to the way that they were naming. Ilario Soriano.
All right, one more time. Ilario.
Ilario. I-L-L. Yeah, Illario. And your mother's name was Delphina.
Sorry, can you be the father one more time?
Illario.
All right. Ilario.
Ilario. Yep.
This deserves its own page. All right. All right. Back to the breakdown.
Breathe.
Neve just like puts her front paws up on your shoulder and is headbutting your face. Breathe, child. Headbutts you some more.
Seems to be
That was a
catching her. She seems to be catching her breath, but she doesn't seem to be really calming down.
You
So
had an absolutely glorious tale to begin with. Just so you're aware. It was absolutely lovely.
I don't need a reminder.
That's it. That's all this is. It's the past. It's been done. You can't change it. You've lived through it. It can't hurt you anymore.
It's not just the past. It's every day for me. It still hurts. All of it. She's like clutching her eyes and her head. She catches her breath, but like the emotions are still swimming in her head. Sort of eyes darting left and right. It's fine.
Apparently not.
It's fine. It was good came of it. I like teals are starting to well up in her eyes. It's okay. I know what it was for now. People, the demons were beat back. People were safe. All because that's what it was for. So I could help people. That's what I was born to do. What I wanted, right?
No, it's not what you wanted. It's unfair, it's unjust, it shouldn't be put on a child. True hero, true person, is one willing to make the sacrifice themselves, not offer someone else up in their place.
What was it for? So they could have power and success.
Not asking them. Never know the true answer.
Elario, Delphina, Zariani.
Are they still around, Snitch?
Snitch is not in the room because he left you to it.
Damn it.
He's waiting for you guys to essentially let him know you're done.
I have sisters. Sisters who are excited to see me.
You should go find them if you're up to it.
I think I'd like that.
Snitch! I'll just call out.
Bear with me 1 minute. I'm just writing this down for Wicked / Dusty to reference later. Just bear with me 1 second.
Oh yeah.
So, how about we take a quick 5-minute break and I can get this written down,
Oh
say
yeah.
goodnight to my kids. That way we can pick up in this emotional moment. Also, for the record as well, just so you know, the time span between this and this moment, so basically Wicked's birth and the Demon War, if I remember correctly, it's been roughly how many years did I say since the merge?
Don't think
800?
I think it'd been 800 years since the merge, and I think it had been, 5,000 years since the Demon War. So, roughly, give or take. So between that deal and now, it's been roughly like almost 6,000 years. But we'll take a quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back. Everybody, quick, get a break. We'll be back. And we are back. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. That took a little bit longer
Hey.
than I anticipated. Yeah.
No worries.
Are we feeling sufficiently traumatized?
Oh yes.
Oh, good. Good, good. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, so picking up where we left off. Wait, Arashi's not back yet. Gotta wait for
No,
that.
not
Let
yet.
everyone have a good break.
I'm
Yeah.
trapped under a baby.
You into a baby?
Yeah, so I can't really move. I'm stuck. But he's just sweet. And he's so cute. Well, they're
He's
very
so
sweaty.
cute. He's so cute.
He's
He's so
sweaty.
cute.
Baby sweat. Baby
Yeah,
sweat.
it's really so gross.
Oh, but you think he's adorable.
He is very cute, but the sensory nightmare of having a giant wet hot patch on my arm is just ill.
Trapped under a bubble-anch.
Wet and sticky. See, I'm just sore because I completely ate shit on Saturday morning, and I've
What
got
did you do?
it was paved sidewalk, and I'm wearing flip-flops.
Mm.
And you know when you catch the front of your flip-flop and it flips under and you trip?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tripped real bad.
That'll do it.
Luckily, I didn't really graze my hands or my elbows, didn't really graze my knees. My knees are very bruised though, and I've got very sore joints and muscles. And I only cracked my phone a little bit in the corner. So
Oh no.
overall, we're doing all right.
You came out of it well.
I did not die. So
I pulled my hip
woo,
out of place climbing out of the cot the other day.
oof.
I tripped over
Do
the
not
side of
recommend.
it. Hooked my
Definitely do
ankle
not
on it as I
recommend.
came over and just like face planted. It was great.
I sent you some, okay.
Oh
He will
yay.
be here Tuesday, next Tuesday. Tuesday
Puppy.
week. Yes.
He's so cute.
He is
I
cute.
like this because I can come to yours and like get puppy fix and then come home and not have to deal with fur or slobber.
We saw a video of him on Instagram earlier in the week, which actually let us see his real sausageness.
Yeah.
He's very cute.
He's so
Yeah,
little.
sausage.
I want
Yes,
a dog
so
until I spend time with them. And then I don't.
yes, that is completely understandable. Have we got Arashi back?
Is everybody back?
Is
I saw
Arashi
my
back?
mute for a
Yes,
sec.
it's here.
Okay, I'm here. Well, considering we're opening with you, Arashi, we kind of need you vocal. I did in your channel, Dusty. I did put that
Yes,
information for you.
appreciate it.
Okay.
But I didn't want Clint to hear me eating cheesecake.
Ugh, cheesecake.
Torment away.
Dos.
Okay. So, with that, where were we? Arashi was calling for someone.
Yes, snitch.
You go to the door, you knock on the door, call for Snitch.
I'm going to knock on the door. I'm just going to open it and go, snitch.
Every time you say it, I want to answer.
You can if you would like to, but you don't know what the story
No.
is going to do. You can if you'd like to. But
No, you're doing it.
he re-enters and very carefully winds up the rest of the tapestry, putting it back in the scroll case.
We got questions.
And I'm happy to give whatever answers I can.
What remaining Soriano family is left?
After the destruction of the masked ones, the inspired, the main Soriano family was terminated, especially those with the triplicate bloodlines. But there are a few fringe families that do still exist, to my knowledge.
I'm assuming this was main family?
No.
No?
Began
that
as
seem
main
fringe?
family, but descendants diverged off.
Well, you seem to know what we're talking about, Snitch. We're looking for sisters, relatives, anything still living.
The family still lives.
Good. Relatives, sisters, still living.
Yes,
Where?
in Anthalamere. Actually, not too far. Oh, I suppose. I'm just tired. Let me see if I can find the map. I'm not completely familiar with the land masses outside of this place. It is. I don't know if you'd noticed, it's very different.
No, I hadn't noticed.
Really? I mean, it's quite a lot vaster out there.
I look back at Kale. Now you understand why I have an issue with this guy.
You have an issue with everyone.
Point.
So, I have to. This is going to take a little bit of cross referencing.
Well, if you can't give us the answers now, how about you work on it overnight?
Oh,
And you get it
I
back
just
to
needed
us.
to cross reference the maps. You need to
Yeah.
understand that everything is in relation to the tree in Feyawir. You will find that, incidentally, the family is not far from Woolhope in the territory of Agra.
Well, Wicked, does this area, you know of this?
No. Auntie Myrtle didn't speak of anything about my family, other than throwing in my face how they gave me away.
There's a reason why she was waiting for you. It's not in this tapestry. It is partially in the one still being written, but also, as I said, from the past. And you watch as he goes over to the desk again and brings over another scroll case. This one is, again, pure white. The threads, again, with the tree. You do seem to notice that this one is a little bit different, Arashi, as you do recognize your clan's symbols also stitched in gold onto this tapestry case.
I'm going to put my hand on Snitch's hand with the tapestry. I think they've had enough for one night.
He just waits.
I need to know.
I'll let go of Snitch's hand.
The question is, Arashi, whether you want to see.
No. If it's about me, no. Not at all.
It is your future.
I'll leave the room. I can't know Wicked, I'm sorry.
I understand. The story's better when you don't know how it ends. Anyway.
I'll pat Kale on the shoulder. Tag, you're it. And I'll walk out of the room.
So he lays out the tapestry on the felt again. Again, he looks at you, Wicked. Is this something you want shared? Or for your own knowledge?
You said my story, something woven potentially tens, hundreds of thousands of years in the making? Is that
Sort
what's
of.
going to come up in here?
Sort of. It has simultaneously happened and yet to happen. This is just following the path of another element of why you. Exactly what makes you so special.
Why so many people are after me?
Exactly.
Show me.
He lays it out. He sets the machine to running again. And you watch as a young autumnal Eladrin gentleman working in a library manages to find something. It's very small, it's in a device, and you're not 100% sure what it is initially because he keeps it well hidden as you watch as he blinks out of existence and appears in a much older place. You don't recognize the landscape. It is vastly different. It seems to be sandy and desertous, quite hot. He seems very out of place with the people that live in this area. And you watch as this dark-haired gentleman doesn't look too dissimilar to Kale, actually. He's reasonably tall. You do notice that his skin has this quite orange hue, orange, kind of tanned. It's closer to orange. It's more like a dusky orange, like a dry leaf kind of shade of skin, dark hair. Um, seems to be wearing um, reasonably modern clothes, very much in line with clothes you've seen Wicked, in the fact that he seems to be wearing well-made Eladrin boots, clothing very similar to the autumnal courts, judging by the finery of his clothing, and even his weaponry that he does seem to carry. He does seem to be a scholar, and not only is he a scholar, judging by the finery of his clothes, he is clearly a second or third born noble Eladrin born son, belonging to the essentially one of the Eladrin autumnal Eladrin noble families. And yes, the time frame he has gone to, that he has appeared in, does appear to be older. The people seem to be wearing clothing very similar to things you've seen more Sabata wear than Arashi, because Arashi's got very unique uh, clothing, obviously. But yeah, it does seem to be much older, more vintage, um, hand sewn together and whatnot, as opposed to the machine worked clothes of your time frame. And you watch as this individual meets with what appears to be a giant, easily 6'4", quite stocky robot with these blue wave-like patterns all over that. And as you follow their journey, these markings glow. They join a company, where you watch as this Eladrin boy seems to have powers that allow him to jump through, phase through things and jump through things. And eventually he does show that he has a seed, very reminiscent to the one that Arashi has given you. And through time, you watch as he eventually passes the seed onto a collective of people on an island, Selkies, whose island was kept from view. They seemed almost like Dirkhill, out of time, in the same way, but they promised to keep this seed until the time came. And you watched through the generations as it passed, as you learned that this is the seedling of Idrisil, and when the time was right, it would be given to the harbinger of decay, because that brings the end will also bring the beginning. And you track this moment, this seed's journey throughout history, through the starfall. You watch as celestial meteors fall, destroying the ancient homeland that was Arashi and Sabata's homeland. You do see an older form of Arashi and Sabata join these companions. You watch as the Eladrin boy vanishes once more, disappearing from this seed's journey, as you watch as a collective of ascendant gods led by the Peace Father, a wise and serene Tortle monk, protected the people as their world was destroyed, remaking it with the powers of Ahura's children, wielding the world into what it is. You watched the journey of the seed through the demon war, through the merge, until it found its way to Arashi, as Arashi fulfilled the dying wish of a woman whose life he ended, the baker, and promised to give it to you.
Wicked was like enthralled, astonished, speechless. And then I got to the part where Arashi killed all those guys in the baker. She's like, she's like imagine
This is
even
how I
Arashi,
found out
like,
what happened, she says.
in the hallways, like, wait, what the fuck?
I thought they all lived. No, it was Arashi all along. And this is how Wicked finds out exactly what Arashi did. But yes. And thus, you realize that this seed is a seedling of the world tree itself, the infinite power of the world tree, finally meeting the person who will allow for Amiadahan's resurrection, but only through the death of the old world tree, through the harbinger of decay.
He clutches the little acorn locket that it came in. Oh my god.
Kale, standing behind you, just says, "That was a hard truth download. Do you need to sit?"
She sits down. I think I need to sit more. Oh. This seedling, me. This is bigger than just the world. This is everything. This is insane.
I mean, we could look at it like you've got a bigger audience now.
But the death of the world tree. What does that mean? Just putting it down and building anew. What does that mean for this world?
The code's changed. Everything's changing all at once. You know, beings are coming in from other places that aren't supposed to be here. Now this. Feynman's gone walkabout. We just need to make reality what we want it to be.
What we want it to be. She clutches the locket again.
Seems that you have more power than we realized.
Oh. Sorry, just an image got shared with us. Sorry, this has been a lot.
Fate usually is. But the thing I have to share with you about fate is there are multiple threads and nothing is absolute. As I'm sure Arashi can tell you, many roads lead to the destination. The only thing that we know for certain is, for whatever reason, she wants you because you are powerful.
Which makes her dangerous.
She is not the
Gotcha
only
to
one
that.
that consumes magic in this world.
Aren't others? She thinks of the silence. Those chaos creatures. Imagine gives Kale a knowing look.
I had planned to speak with you tomorrow about the silence. We do have some information here. Obviously, your best source on most of it, especially exactly what you are facing, is the Ibarana, but we can give you some information. But it can wait until tomorrow, as I fear this has been a lot.
Yes, I
Yeah,
think we have enough data to process.
As you can see, Arashi and Sabata will make it back. Will
that's good.
be integral to protecting this.
Can I ask perhaps a blunt question?
Thank you for the raid. Hello. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, hey, you just
Good time.
honestly, a few moments earlier. Oh man, y'all are
Lore
gonna
drop.
need to check out the fucking VOD. This this lore drop is insane.
Okay,
The
blunt
lore
question.
episode. Yes.
Blunt question, Kale. What was
Oh,
the
yeah.
blunt
Was that-
question?
Who was that directed at?
I believe
It's a
Snitch.
snitch.
Okay, Snitch.
The role that Arashi and Sabata play in all this, are they really the best ones for the job?
From what it looked like, seems they're the only people for the job.
There are many who have traversed time, but whether or not they are the best for the job is neither here nor there. They are simply here.
I believe in them.
I guess, well, belief is a luxury that we don't have. I think we need hard evidence that they can do what needs to be done.
He was trusted with
Snitch,
it once. I don't see
yes.
why he can't be trusted with it again.
I guess what I'm asking of you, Snitch, is there something that we can do to aid them? Arashi doesn't trust anyone, as far as I can tell. Sabata is absent-minded, though brilliant, but he lacks focus.
He feels a disturbance in the force from his bedroom.
What was that?
My point being, in terms of effectiveness, they're not at 100%.
But neither are you.
But I won't be sent hurtling through the aeons.
You already have.
If that's so, then I don't remember.
Not surprising. Met any cats lately? Present company
Too many.
excluded. He gestures to Neve.
Right. Kale, I think we should explore those memory halls.
I don't think my memories are necessarily as relevant as we think. I think
I
more important is to ready the other two for their futures.
think they might be.
Neve just like arches her back and does the full on cat stretch. Time is relative. Finding your past might help with their whatever is going on. Future, present, I don't know.
Coming from another cat, that is ironic.
I'm not a memory cat though, it's fine.
Well, a real cat I tend to trust more than a memory cat, is what I'm saying. And you have a measure of trust in this.
I appreciate that.
You're
Surely you
you're
must be
saying that
curious.
it's curiosity. No. You're saying that it's best to know all the facts.
Facts help guide decisions. Hard to make educated decisions. It's just guesswork without facts.
And I can't argue with that logic.
Next chance we get, then. Should be fine, given the last few times we've done it. No time seemed to have passed outside.
Are we going to invite Arashi in for this conversation?
don't think
Arashi
that's a
won't
wise choice.
approve.
I'd rather we make the decision before he comes in.
United front.
I upon look, based off of our past experiences, I believe that the most effective approach would be to bring everybody in on this.
Definitely. Especially given it mentioned that the memories become things.
Would it be
Didn't clarify.
would it be wise to perhaps, if you identify a window with your memory, to send someone else in and see if they can learn from it?
I don't know. They weren't very clear on things, but they seemed pretty adamant that it was a bad idea to peek into others.
Yes, but do you recall my last experience with my own memory?
That's where I was leaning towards, being a bit on the cautious side. I don't particularly like the idea of a repeat of last time.
There was just such a strong pull that I don't quite understand.
And I think we might be able to understand it now. Be worth investigating.
I can't believe
Please,
I'm
can I
saying
tell
this.
Arashi?
Yeah.
Neve just like perks up, really like, please, Cat, can I tell Arashi?
Go for it. What were you saying, Kale?
I just have a feeling, and I usually don't go off of those, but I wouldn't be comfortable doing this without everybody. Although I understand if Habaru may not be available right now. He's with his friends and family.
It's only fair. I dragged you into my messed up story.
Snitch saunters over to the door and opens it slightly so you can sneak through, Neve.
She like bolts through the door looking for Arashi, literally calling down the hallway, Arashi! I have
literally
news!
standing not far from the door.
I have news.
I'm sure you do.
Do you want to know my news?
I would say no, but you're probably just going to blurt it out anyway, so what's the point of asking?
Keep. She just trots off down the hall.
That's surprising. Hope you know the psychology trick doesn't work on me. I'm not going to chase you for the answers.
She just sits down and starts like preening herself.
So am I supposed to go in? I stay out here and watch you clean yourself? What's...
Does she do the leg move?
No, she's dignified. She saves that for private time.
Wow!
She does the dignified wash behind the ears instead.
Yeah. Oh, fine. I'll tell you.
You weren't supposed to tell me, remember?
Yes, I'm supposed to tell you.
No, you're
We
not.
have no, they said I could. It's fine. We've discussed, and in light of the things that we have all discovered here today in this fabulous room of tapestries, we're going to follow some cats.
So you all decided to do the dumb idea.
Only by your account.
Yes, because it's not a known. We're out of our element there. We're at a disadvantage.
But we need to gain information. We need more facts. We need to know what is going on so that we can plan.
Well, even if I said I wasn't going to watch your backs and go in there with you, you'd still do it regardless. So telling me and giving me any options is pointless.
Oh, but the illusion of choice makes you feel so much better.
No. Putting you in a pillowcase and hanging you off a clothesline would make me feel better.
They're gonna make the drowning joke.
Wasn't going that far.
She just looks at you like cat scorn face.
You're the one who decides to stay small and... I guess small, really.
This form is much more efficient.
What?
Anyway, we're going to follow some cats. We're going to learn some things. Perhaps you might have some suggestions on how to make that slightly safer than it is.
Don't follow strange cats?
That's no. No.
The
Talking
old
about strange
adage that I was told. Doctor, doctor, it hurts when I do this, and then you push on the wound. And the doctor's response is, well, stop doing that, stupid. It's essentially what you're doing.
No, we're learning things. We are learning about the cats and the memories and the whatever that place is, because perhaps they will unlock a truth that we need in the future.
Here's the counterpoint. Maybe you've all forgotten something for a reason.
I don't think I've forgotten anything, but I would like to know what the others have chosen to forget and why.
So you're just a sticky beak.
Curiosity killed the cat. Good thing I've got 9 lives.
Well, how many have you got left of the curiosity that you have?
I don't keep count. We're fine. I got some to spare.
So when are you following through on this crazy plan as per usual?
Well, so far it's more of a goal than a plan. We haven't got the details yet. We've had a long day. You know this.
Yes, I know this, and I also know this group so far since I've been traveling with them. That doesn't mean squat.
Well,
only
unless there's
means-
a cat in there now, we're fine.
I guarantee you, we walk out of this place, there's probably a cat in the street waiting for us.
Yeah, it's probably your
you-
furry friend.
As you discuss that possibility,
Here we go.
the tavern. Sabata, what have you been doing this whole time?
I've been working on my new design for my new gun
The
New
tavern's on
and
fire.
talking to Mr. Hoots.
What have you been talking to Mr. Hoots about?
How peaceful and quiet it is when there's no one here to annoy me while I'm inventing.
That is true. As you have been inventing, you do notice that it starts to rain. And it's quite a heavy downpour that seems to hiss over the ceiling, creating this almost white noise sound. And as you do so, your ears start to pick out a tune that seems quiet at first underneath it all. And I'm sending you a link. This playing, that is the question. You can play that to have a listen to. Hopefully this is playing. Yes. Haha. let me know when you've kind of listened to a bit of it. Those who are watching the stream can probably hear it, hopefully, if it's not too loud.
An advertisement.
Oh no.
Torrential rain.
Savada? Have you listened to a bit of it? Sabada's dead.
He'll start humming along because it reminds him of his little his pocket watch.
Music. Yep. It is this wonderful, mystical, enchanting melody that seems to grip your attention. And as try as you might, you can't focus on what you're working on, to the point that you're finding that even talking to Mr. Hoot, you're starting to get distracted. And it doesn't sound too far away. Like, it actually sounds just outside your door.
He'll get up, still humming, and head to the door, see if we can find where it's coming from.
As you make your way out the door, you start to head down the doorway and down the first flight of stairs. The noise seems to grip you and entice you. Roll me a wisdom save, please.
Yes.
I believe.
I wouldn't.
Too bad.
Yes.
Oh,
Typical Sabata.
You find that you're being drawn to it, that it grips around you, almost controlling your limbs, wanting you to follow it, Sabata. As you make your way down the second flight of stairs and into the main tavern, you start to notice that all of the people in the tavern itself is quiet, bar for this melody. People are slumped over tables or lying on the floor. None of them appear to be moving. Even the bards and whatnot seem to be asleep over their instruments. Do you investigate?
Yes.
Okay, roll me an investigation.
He's running around poking people.
You run around. Okay. Okay. As you go around, you are desperately searching for the source of the sound. And there, lying in the middle of the tavern on one of the tables, is an elaborate wooden music box that seems to be open. Inside it, while it has a mechanism that spins, that appears to be 6 dragons chasing each other's tail, and in the center is just a black gemstone that is turning in line with it as these 6 dragons are chasing each other around it. The craftsmanship is incredible, though. It is, like, incomparable to anything you've ever known, and it does seem that this music box, with its ethereal tune, seems to have gripped everyone here. Roll me a perception.
Another one of my favorites.
oh yes.
You don't notice, because you are so intent on looking at this music box. Your curiosity peaked because it is rather unusual, and you love a good clockwork. Especially, this seems to be finely wrought brass and gold cogwork, and the dragons themselves seem to be moving up and down as they spin around this black orb that you don't notice a movement until you feel a tap on your shoulder.
He'll spin around.
it briefly breaks the spell that the music has on you because you could feel yourself getting sleepier and sleepier. And you notice that there is a young woman standing behind you. She has long white hair tied back in a braid, very rustic style clothing, very different to the clothing of the outer world outside of this town. It is very much of the place. And you can see that she is gesturing to you quickly. And you start to realize that she is signing to you. Are you able to speak sign language?
Nope.
No.
If
She's
she's
trying to
gesturing to like follow her,
No, she's
waving her
not.
hand.
She's, like, trying to communicate with you.
Oh, okay.
You can tell just looking at
Oh,
you can tell looking at her pink eyes, but not only are her eyes pink, the whites of her eyes are quite bloodshot, and it's very obvious that she has been awake for a very long time, and she has a satchel over her shoulder. Realizing that you're not able to understand her, she quickly rifles through and pulls out a piece of paper and a pencil, and she writes, "I'm deaf. Cover your ears, or you'll end up just like them." Then, um,
So he'll do that. And can he try and shut the box with his elbow?
roll me, just roll me a dex. Yeah, you manage to shut it, and it does snap the sound off. Um, it was difficult, and as you touch the box, you did feel this overwhelming, overpowering urge to close your eyes, and just this bone deep exhaustion that seemed to sink into you, making you want to sleep. But you do you are trying to fight it, but yes, you can feel your muscles starting to relax, your senses starting to fade as your mind is starting to drift away, and she's grabbing you, trying to drag you away.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Okay. Are you leaving the box here?
I'm gonna pull the hat off. I'm gonna take the hands off the ears quickly. Pull the hat off and scoop it into the hat.
You can feel the resonant echoes even though this box is closed. You can feel it vibrating in your hands as you put it into your hat. And even within the hat, you can vaguely, just faintly, almost on the periphery of your consciousness, just hear its tune echoing. And there is this bone deep tiredness that you can't quite seem to shake. Roll me another perception.
Damn.
Out of the corner of your eye, Sabata, as the echoes of this music box are resonating in your ears, in the shadows of the room behind one of the pillars, you notice a long a group of long white fingers curled around it. It seems to have 4 finger joints on each of the fingers as you see just out of the corner of your eye, the corner of your periphery, this creature watching you from the shadows before it vanishes back into the shadows.
I'll actually grab her by the arm and I'll drag her out of the tavern.
You stumble out of the tavern, dragging her. She's struggling to keep up. As you do manage to get out of the tavern. Where are you heading?
Where am I heading? I'll just be going straight out the door, straight ahead.
Okay, so you are here. You go straight down just across the road, basically, into the gardens across the road?
Yep. And then
Okay.
try and hide in the gardens there somewhere and keep an eye on the tavern.
You get this sense that you're being watched. Every shadow, your sleep-addled mind feels like you are sensing a presence watching you from the shadows. That smile. There is a deeply innate sense of pareidolia that seems to grip you, that you just seem to get this sense that it is following you as this tune is continuing to ring in your ears.
Is it following the box? He'll reach into take his head off, reach into the hat again. Is there a fountain or anything near? Where are we?
So you're vaguely hiding in like the gardens at the end here.
There's no troughs or anything.
Not that you can see. There is a fountain in the center of this garden over here, but unless you travel around, you're not going to really notice that. It doesn't appear because these are all house fronts, and so all of these gardens back here, you can kind of see through the vines on this garden here that there's a garden back here, but whether or not there's a fountain or a water feature in it, you're not sure.
No, I'm just going to dump it and run.
Okay. You toss the box to one side, and as it does so, you watch as it rolls and lands on its feet, the box springing open and the tune resonating out through the town. It seems to be louder in the open space. Where are you running to?
Far as away as I can, so I'll be heading this way.
Okay. So are you following this road here, or are you coming back down this way?
No, going this way.
Okay. So unbeknownst to you, you run completely past your friends. Roll me another wisdom save.
Why would it run near me friends? Yes.
As you dump the box and the full force of the song engulfs you once more, Sabata, you stumble on the cobblestones as sleep slams into you, dragging you under. You don't even feel the pain as your face hits the rock as you basically full scorpion into the road here as you feel yourself being dragged down, down, down as your vision goes completely dark. You can feel your heart racing like never before. The ground is just crumbling away from underneath you as you are falling until all of a sudden you find yourself in a grey, dusky field. There are black lily-like flowers everywhere with what appear to be white glowing orbs in the center of them. And you notice that they seem to be swaying in a natural breeze, even though you can't feel it. There seems to be the color of this place seems to be leached from it as you are laying in a grey, wispy grass-like surface.
I'll quickly check me and see if I've still got colour.
You are not. Your coat, which is normally gloriously red, is also in shades of grey. It is like all of the colour has seeped from you.
Crap. I'll have a look around and see if I can see anyone else.
Okay, roll me a perception. You do not see anyone else, but you notice the flowers and the grasses, which are clustered quite closely together. They are moving. There seems to be a divot that seems to be moving, that in this longer grass, something does appear to be moving towards you, but you can't see what it is.
I'll whip out my revolver. Show yourself. Yes?
Roll me an intimidation.
Ooh.
Yep.
This, you watch as the grasses part, as whatever it is moving towards you faster. At your threat, it seems to speed up.
I'm just going to keep aiming at it until I can see what happens.
It gets closer and closer. Your heart is racing. You can feel your heartbeat in your chest. It's pounding in your ears. Sabata, your hand is shaking slightly as you look at this.
Knees weak, arms heavy.
As you watch, as the grasses part, and something leaps at you.
If it's a dog, I'm definitely shooting it.
It is all black. It's very adorable, dark eyes looking up at you. Its black nose.
Oh, God, it's going to be a dog.
Its ears floppy. You notice that it's quite furry. It does appear to be wearing some kind of strange harness, because mounted on its back, this corgi seems to have a small individual. The individual itself appears to be perfectly in proportion. It is very clearly adult appearing, but perfectly in proportion. Maybe no more than a foot or a foot and a half tall. And you notice that it does seem to have this light flare around it, even in this monochromatic space. You do notice that it is glowing, and the majority of its light seems to be coming forth from what appear to be large dragonfly-like wings that sprout from its back.
Don't come any closer, or I will shoot.
Why?
Because it looks like you're attacking me.
You look lost.
I not only look it, I am. I have no idea where I was. Somewhere else, and now I am here with no color.
Oh, you're in the region of dreams.
Oh. What am I doing here? Did you bring me here?
No. I don't know what you're doing here either.
So
Are
it
you
wasn't
dreaming?
your music box.
No.
Are there any other people here apart from me?
Yeah, lots of them.
Where are they?
This is where all living creatures come to dream. Well, not here specifically. This is kind of a weird place, but you're right on the edge of the Visio Nocturna Regnum.
Bless you. Where's that?
What? Oh, you're right on the edge of the nightmare realm.
Oh. Then I take that's a bad place that we should move away from, yes. Let's do that.
Easier said than done, but, like, what are you doing here?
I don't know. I
Are
was
you
running
dead?
away. No, I don't think I am dead. He starts touching himself. Don't feel dead.
Oh, well, that's good then, I guess.
I was
Well,
running with this girl, and this music box was playing, and then I got very sleepy, and then I don't remember much after that.
all right, well, I guess I can take you to meet the leaders.
Yes, take me to your leaders.
Yeah, come with me. You don't want to
Okay.
get lost. Or more lost. Oh,
She'll start following.
and whatever you do, don't look back.
He looks back.
Behind you, you see this creature
He looks
slowly
forward. He looks forward
stalking towards you.
and walks and starts to walk quicker. What the
The
hell is
corgi
that thing?
I said don't look backwards.
Well, I did. What do you think I was going to do? When someone says don't look back, I have to look back. You say, look forward
Yeah,
and don't trip. That would be okay, but don't look
it's
back.
all the blue little cow.
A what?
Are you old or new?
I'm young and handsome.
Okay, new. It's a thinner.
There.
A
I do not know
scarecrow,
what
a
you're talking
boogeyman.
Oh, I know the boogeyman, yes.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Oh. They're real?
As real as you and I.
I am pretty real. Makes him very real too. Okay, let's keep moving to go see your leaders.
And whatever you do, keep your hat closed.
My hat closed.
Yeah.
Okay. They hide in your hat?
In the spaces that that you create.
Okay. If I wear my hat, it's okay?
As long as it's not open.
It should be fine.
And she starts leading you through the strange field of flowers. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Paragons, after having argued, Neve and Arashi, have you rejoined Wicked and Kale?
Yeah, I'll walk back in.
Yep, Neve's positively trotting. It's a very pleased cat.
As Neve returns, I whip out some cat food.
Oh yeah, she heads straight for it.
I imagine
Thanks.
you've been informed of the plan.
I
He
wouldn't
doesn't
call
like
it
it.
plan. Stupidity doesn't normally require planning.
You're stupid.
Well,
That's the best you've got.
Arashi, do you think it was stupid for Wicked to be accessing her past?
It was a choice that she had to make for herself. It has nothing to do with me. If there was information that she wanted that she couldn't remember, then that makes sense. But we're talking about going into a space that we can't quantify, we have no control over, we have every disadvantage.
That's literally any place ever.
No, it's
Maybe
not.
this time we can.
Yeah, huh?
Maybe this time we can get some extra help.
Such as? Last time we were
Well-
there, shall I point out crazy cat person went gaga googa and just blanked out and was doing their own thing regardless what anyone said was trying to do. So you're a liability.
I am, but I would only feel comfortable doing this with as many of us as possible. And maybe we can bring my friend Z in on this as well.
Who the hell is Z? We got another
Oh.
wayward member for this group?
Kale's mechanical arm just
My friend
waves.
that he lives in the arm, and the
Oh,
the arm waves at you.
I didn't realize it was conscious.
It's a sentient arm.
You
He
watch as he gives, like, a
spends-
flourish, which would indicate a bow.
He spends most of his time trying to undo Critfo's programming in my neural implant. They're forever trying to access it. But while we're here, they don't have access to me, so some of his processing power has been freed up.
Okay.
So I'm saying that he may be available to keep me in line mentally.
Like, say, for example, Mr. Hoots.
At the mention of Mr. Hoots, you hear a chittering noise and scrabbling at the door.
Gods hate me today.
There is bird-like whistling and
Speak of the devil.
chirruping.
I swear to God, if that tavern's on fire,
You open the
I
door.
will open the door for this bird.
Mr. Hoots glides in, aims for you, Arashi, and starts just pulling at your hood and your hair and your clothes. Anywhere his talons can kind of reach and pull on you, trying to get you to follow.
Oh,
Sabata set the
seems-
tavern on fire. Let's go, people.
okay. I didn't prepare, create, or destroy water.
Oh, well, we'll just help the town with buckets.
Do the mannerisms seem like it's urgent?
Yes.
Every time it's to do with Sabata's in trouble, it's urgent.
Can I talk to the bird, or is it not that sort of kind of bird?
It's a mechanical bird. It's a clockwork
That's not
bird.
going to help me. Boo.
As we go, I lean into Wicked and I say, are you sure that they're suitable for their role?
Yeah.
I mean, if we clean up enough of Sabata's messes, maybe he'll learn to clean up after himself.
That makes sense.
He's smart. I guess we follow Arashi.
Arashi, Mr. Hoots is pulling at your hood in such a way that he's like trying to pull it over your head, like trying to indicate to you to like cover your head.
Does it go into battle mode?
Sure.
Because I only ever pull the hood up when I'm stalking and killing.
Yes.
Oh my
I don't
God.
think I need to kill the people trying to put out the fire, you crazy bird. Kale, you talk, mechanic. Can you talk to this thing?
I don't think it works like that. I mean, can I understand it?
It is clockwork, not.
I don't speak Mekir.
You're a
Do I?
clanker.
No, not Mekir.
You're one of them clankers. You understand what he's saying?
You don't
It's
speak.
Mechanis, isn't it?
Yeah,
that
you don't
they're
speak
from?
Mechanis, basically. Yeah.
Ah,
But I am.
What's
I
the word?
am a
No,
Mekir.
what are they called? What are they called? You don't speak Modron, basically.
Modron, that's it. Yeah, that's a You need to bring in Doc Holloway for that. Sorry, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Deep cut. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm not going to kill the people putting out the fire, you crazy bird.
God damn,
Maybe
that
there's not
gif
a
is
fire.
that gif is a blast from the past. Holy hell.
He's tugging at you, Arashi.
I will
I
pick up
imagine,
the
I
pace.
imagine we're all making our way downtown.
Incidentally, as you get out of the Hall of Paragons, Arashi, roll me a perception.
Okie dokie.
Perception.
Perception. I'm not looking for anything invisible, am I?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
cool.
I mean, maybe.
Well, I have a thing for invisibility. Seeing invisibility.
Oh, it's not targeting you. No, it's fine. Arashi, you start to pick up. You start to pick up the sounds of something. I will put it into the chat so all of you can actually hear it now when you click on it. Have a listen to this.
Okay.
Ooh.
God, it's irritating.
Roll me a wisdom save.
Dude.
You'll get to it eventually, hey? It won't be Pet Barn for long.
Ugh.
As the music slams into you, Arashi, as Mr. Hoots is trying to pull you up this street almost directly opposite the Hall of Paragons, the music slams into you and you feel your limbs get heavy. Your eyelids start to droop as everything is wrapping around you. Your legs feel leaden as the difficulty to take steps, as you almost see the world, this black shadow around the edges of your vision start to close in almost,
Question.
and you stumble slightly.
Fey Ancestry, advantage against charm, immune to magic sleep.
Yep.
Does that
Fine.
count?
Nope.
No, just checking. But it won't take much for if it's starting to get Arashi. I sort of try and call back and go, magic sounds block your ears.
As
What?
Arashi, you stumble on the steps down the Hall of Paragons. Mr. Hoots kind of like grabs you a little bit to try and keep you upright, trying to drag you down this street.
Wicked is running after.
Roll me a wisdom save, Wicked.
Okie doke. 19.
Wicked, you can hear the music, this ethereal music box sound, but you manage to shake it off slightly as you watch as Arashi stumbles and Mr. Hoot's trying to keep him up. Roll me a perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Perception. Hand.
10. In the vague distance, Wicked, you see a black and red fuzzy lump at the intersection at the end of the street. And you do a double take because you swear that you see that white hand. You swear that you see the shadow of something in the trees watching you all. But as you blink, it seems to vanish. And again, your brain tries to just tell you that it's pareidolia.
Wait, is that Sabata on the floor? Just shaking off the feeling.
As you look up Arashi, you realize that yes, it is Sabata.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
His luscious black fur hair tousled across the street.
I'm gonna pull the hood up, and then I'm gonna try and push the fabric into my ears. I don't know how much of an effect that would have, but try.
No, your hearing does get muffled as you do seem to be fighting off of the sound of the music box enough to right yourself.
Look back at Neve and Kale and like, block out the sound. Block out the sound.
Can we see where the music's coming from at all?
You're not far enough up.
Not far
No.
enough yet.
Unfortunately.
Do we definitely hear what Arashi's yelling at us?
Yeah, you'd be able to. I do need a wisdom save from you though.
Cool. Saving throws and
Because we are hearing the sound.
Yes.
Mm.
You managed to shake it off. Oh, both of you managed to shake it off.
Nobody's sleeping after that.
Nobody's sleeping out. Oh, no, they're terrified. Kale, with that though, I would like you to make me a perception with advantage.
Perception. Not that good. Oh, 20. That's all right.
After 20.
That's pretty good.
As you look around, you realize that you are indeed being watched by this white creature that seems to, as its eyes lock on you, you watch as its mouth and its cheeks pull back in this rictus grin as it seems to turn on you and disappear into the shadows. But you feel that it is continuing to watch.
I will take Arashi's advice and probably cover my ears. I think with my headset, I have earpieces, so I might try to use them. That might take me a moment.
You put
to
your
fiddle
loops
with that.
in.
Well, it's not really loops as much as
Straight up ear
just
protection.
turn your ears off.
it's like noise cancelling ear, like,
Yeah.
but anyway, but there's no sound coming out of it.
Yes.
'Cause on the loop ones, just like to block your ears.
Nose canceling here. Nose canceling headphones. Nice.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got noise cancelling headphones. Okay, so you put them on.
Yeah. So it's connected to my visor, so I'd also have sort of my visor over my eyes, but it's like just like glasses, I guess.
Yeah.
Is Neve okay right now? Can cats cover their ears?
She seems to have shaken it off, but you
Okay.
can see that she's shaking her head trying to get the noise out of her ears.
I might switch to human form.
Okay.
Just for convenience in this particular moment.
Yeah.
Is there anything around that I can use? We're outside, right?
You are outside, yes.
There's not likely to be anything floating around that I can shove in my ears to block them. Yeah, I'm just gonna run around with my hands in my ears, I guess.
Okay, so you've pulled your ears down, blocking the sound. As Arashi, you reach the furry, sleeping lump that is Sabata. His tail is coiled around his body. You do see of his freshly grown facial fur, there is a cheek that is completely grazed, hairless, where he hit the pavement.
Keep taking hair off me.
I'm literally. This is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. I'm going to pull out my canteen, unscrew the lid.
Oh no.
And I'm going to empty the contents on Savada's face.
You tip the liquid out onto the sleeping form of your friend, and he gets very wet. But He does not move. And with that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
No.
We
Well,
will
at
be
least
back
it's
next
Plan
week to
B.
see what happens in this adventure. Somewhere in the dreamscape, Sabata end up feeling like he needs to pee himself. Who knows? We'll see.
Quick, put his hand in a bowl of water, warm water.
But we will see. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. To any of our raiders who are still here, thank you. We hope that you have enjoyed the story so far. We are usually here
Yeah.
every I believe it's Monday morning in the States, but Monday night for us here in Australia. But otherwise, we are usually here every Monday, providing that no one gets sick. But that is the intention. But otherwise, we hope that you have enjoyed. And other than that, until next time, drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, look after yourself and those around you, and we will see you all next time. Bye, guys.
Good night.